Brit, let's, not bury the lead here. This is Donald Trump winning another big state here. And as you look at the exit polls, it's pretty amazing to look at the four candidate qualities important that mattered most to you. Can win in November, Donald Trump, 41%. Tells it like it is, 68%. Can bring needed change, 41%. He is racking up voters in these states again and again and again with that outsider position.
That's right, and that 68% number you cited tells it like it is. I think it goes to the heart of his appeal. People aren't really thinking too seriously, I don't believe, about the nature of his positions, the details. In fact, sometimes he can't even cite details of his position. But they like that forceful message he has, the denunciations of the people in power. They're angry with the people in power. They're disappointed in the people in power. And here's a guy who, to them, is really saying it as it is. And that, I think, is the key to his support. And it is a sentiment that is shared, as two distant places as Mississippi and Michigan tonight. Those places politically are very different. But in terms of the feeling about Donald Trump, it is solid. It is perhaps not a majority, but it is quite strong, and it means that we've got there's no knocking him out of this race anytime soon that I can see.
Yeah, Brit, just quickly. The thing that we talk about a lot is this contested convention and the fact that these three other candidates are praying that he doesn't get to 1237. But there's a chance that he has this momentum and starts rolling, and momentum gets him to the magic number.
Well, that's right, especially, Brett, with these winner-take-all states coming up. If he starts winning those, you don't have to have a majority to win all the delegates. You get them all if you win, by a single point. So that could, he could then begin to gather enough delegates that he would be over the top. On the other hand, look at it this way. Look at this from the point of view of a Republican official or a Republican member of the House or a Republican who will be on the ballot in November. You're looking ahead to a convention in which it is, at least if he doesn't get a majority of the delegates and the convention tries to nominate somebody else and the Trump people get up and walk out, what chance does that leave the Republican Party to win in November? I would say very little. So the Republican Party's in a position, they may not like this guy, but they want his supporters' votes. And the question arises, could they ever get them without him? And then the question, of course, arises about Trump himself. If he were to win, what about the Republicans who don't care for his positions and don't believe he's a conservative and all the rest of them, the people who support Cruz and others? What would they do? So this is an unappetizing look ahead for Republicans, it seems to me.
Well, what about that, Brit? Because what we're seeing in this race is unusual compared to what we normally see, which is at this point,